This will be our 4th season mowing with the Toro TimeCutter, and it just needed that new battery. Started right up. We're going to be running good now. So first mow of the yard for the summer. We're going to get at it here. Welcome back to Purple Collar Life. You can see in this video we are mowing. This is the first mow of 2023, and the yard's looking a little rough here. We're going to get a better look at it in a little bit, but this video is going to be about something happened to our lawn this winter. We didn't have a very severe winter in Northwest Pennsylvania this year. We didn't get a lot of snow. In fact, I never put the snow plow on any of the tractor or the four-wheeler to clear the driveway. That's how little snow we got. So I'm wondering if the lack of snow cover somehow let our yard get a little bit worse. But you know, looking from this level, you can see you've got some light areas, some dark areas, kind of some patches. One of the things I do like to see at this level is those flowering pear trees on the left-hand side. This is my favorite time of year for those trees. They always look so nice here in the spring, at the April time frame. You can see the Toro TimeCutter is doing a nice job cutting. The yard looked a little bit rough. You know, there were some areas in the spring that grow faster than others. So just to get those high spots cut down is always helpful that first mow of the year. I am mowing with the TimeCutter set at 4, so 4 inches of grass is what I'm cutting. Jennifer likes it cut about that height, sometimes 3.5 inches, but we've compromised. In the summertime we go down to 3.5 inches. I would actually like it to be about 3 inches. So here we're getting a bird's eye view of the lawn, and you can see from this elevation it's not looking very good. We've got some weird, really dark spots. Those 2 big lines you're seeing right in the middle of the screen, that was from me towing a trailer through the front yard when it was a little bit wet, and you can see the damage that caused. But even looking up here to the higher section of the lawn, there you can see me standing right where I'm standing. I don't know if that's some type of fungus, or I'm not exactly sure what happened in the yard there. Several years ago, we did have skunks that did some damage to the yard, and it was in that roughly same area. But I thought that when we treated the lawn a couple years later, it was looking much better. So one of the things I'm looking for in this video is some thoughts from you guys down in the comments on what we should do to the lawn and what we could do, and maybe what could have caused this strange look to our lawn this year. If you follow the channel from the beginning, we actually have a couple of videos comparing TruGreen to the Sunday lawn program, so I'll put a link to those up above. We had some opinions on both those 2 programs, and we've done several videos about that. We used a program called the Lawn Cube most recently, and last year we used no program at all. So I think I did maybe put some Milorganite down at the start of the season, but definitely this year going to have to do something because it looks pretty bad. The sections of grass look like they are in pain. There's a couple still good, nice green sections that you can see, but the majority of the yard needs something. And I'm not sure, maybe we'll try the Sunday lawn treatment again. The thing we really like about Sunday is that it's safe for pets. And if you watch the channel, you know we have a Great Dane, Olive. She loves to go out in the yard and play. So we like to put only products on the yard that are safe for people and pets. So here we're getting a little bit better look at those flowering pear trees. I think they look pretty amazing this time of year. But even here along the driveway, you can see we've still got some of those dark splotches, some light splotches. The top of the yard where I'm at with a 0 turn right now, that is closest to an electric right away. They don't spray that anymore, but they did in the past. So that's why that area has never been as good of grass as the rest of the yard. If you watch the channel for a while, you probably know that we built this house about 22 years ago in the middle of what used to be a pasture field. So in the beginning, I just used a lawnmower, a Cub Cadet 149 mower, and just mowed that hay or pasture field down, and I just kept mowing it and mowing it and mowing it. Never really planted any grass seed in the beginning, and then once the house was built, you know, you do damage the yard putting in a house. So we had some area to seed close to the house and some grading to do, some landscaping, and I probably did some overseeding a number of times throughout the last 22 years. But basically, this is just a field that we've mowed into a lawn over the last 20 years. And definitely the TruGreen helped, the Sunday helped, the Lawn Cube helped, even Milorganite helps. and overseeding helps. But in this particular summer, like I said, something is different. Just taking a look here at the lawn. Now where I'm at right now, there's actually a lot of springs that feed down towards the camera. So they're going to feed right across where I'm mowing on these strips. And those springs usually keep this area pretty wet. So some of what you're seeing there is excess grass from the last time I mowed in the fall. The grass was still pretty high because those springs feed it all summer long. It never really slows down in that section of the yard. So some of that gray area you're seeing is grass clippings that probably should have been raked up. I usually just try to cut them up, mince them up so that they go back in and feed the ground. But it looks like in that area, I probably should have cleaned those up. To the very right of the screen, you're seeing a couple little stumps left from that. Right there is a good shot. That big maple tree that was near the house that we had cut down. So we're making pretty good progress on that. You can see there's only maybe 8, 9, 10 rounds over there left to do, but they are pretty big ones. So those are on the priority list. But you'll see in some upcoming videos, we had some unexpected work that allowed us to spend a lot of time on the John Deere 2210 tractor, moving a lot of dirt. So you'll see that coming up in future videos. If you're not already a subscriber, this would be a great time to click that subscribe button. Follow us along on our Northwest Pennsylvania rural life adventure. If you want to see tractor work, chainsaws. So here's a shot of the view looking straight down my mowing lines. Pretty impressive. I think they're fairly straight for just, eyeballing it as you go. But here you can kind of see those spots. The lower you get to the ground, the yard doesn't look nearly as bad. So if you're just looking at eye level, walking on the sidewalk, it looks like a spring lawn. Doesn't look like it's in horrible shape. It's only when you get some elevation that you notice how bad the lawn really looks. Some people have asked in the comments, how many times have I sharpened those blades on the Toro TimeCutter? The answer is 0. So I am really careful where I mow with the TimeCutter. When I first bought the property and was using a Cub Cadet 149, I mowed over everything. Little tiny stumps, sticks in the yard. I never got off the machine. There really was no yard, and I was just trying to get it established. But now that we've got a nice yard, there's usually not all kinds of sticks in there, and it's easy for me to keep the yard clean, and I don't have problems keeping the blades out of, stumps, sticks, and they actually stay pretty sharp. So 0 times is how many times I've sharpened those blades on the 0 turn. So I'm looking forward to those comments down below, what you think happened to our lawn this winter, if you think it'll start to come back on its own, or how you think I should treat the lawn this summer to make it look good again, remembering that we want to keep it safe for Olive and our family. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give us a thumbs up. We'd really appreciate it. And we'll see you again the next time.